Alright, hey guys, it's me, Hair Champ. I'm joined by my friend Mr. Thickfingers and Wook, and today we're going to be doing a Phobie tier list.
Okay, straight into it.
What's
Let's hit him with the Rage Argles. What are you thinking here? I'm thinking
he's
situationally amazing.
He's
great.
He gets kind of like, he can easily get countered though. He's not like someone pulls something out and you pull out Rage Argles and they lose. I think he's okay. Cause
I personally think he's situationally amazing. Because, like, let's say Spadola Brothers. Completely counters. 2 move, 2 range. Useful against diving any, like, 1,000 health mechanical phobie. Come on.
but he also,
You're killing Droney.
he has so much, he's so low HP that he can just get a few Phobies can attack him and he dies. He can't dive at all to get the mechanicals because he just doesn't have the damage to back up the fact that he gets killed instantly.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't see how he can do anything so crazy that the opponent just is lost because they pulled out a certain unit. Alright. Jackalope Key. I think it's a bit difficult.
I'd say that's a good spot. Just not the greatest. The Jackalopes aren't the greatest. 3 keys, just not really worth it.
Alright, Misanthrope, I say he's outclassed.
Yeah.
This Baby Snake's a better tank, I'd say, for 3 key roll. I'd rather pull out a bunch of other ones. Okay, where's Hevo? The Hevo's always good.
Yeah, Hevo's always solid pick. He's got the health, he's got the damage, he's got the lob.
Hevo got tier. Hevo Phobie Master got tier.
Yeah, we can make a Hevo tier, but I think Hevo's fine there.
Hevo tier.
Alright, Baba Yaga, I think that's situational okay. Sometimes he sets up and he can get some big damage, but
yeah, I don't know.
I'd say he's outclassed. I'd say there's better trappers out there actually. I'd rather get a Poison Ivy out or a Fire Ant if I could.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, Yeti. I think Yeti's game changing.
Yeah, Yeti's great. That freeze ability just comes into play so much. It can completely change the game. Just eliminate one of their phobies for 2 rounds.
Alright, Muffin Top. It's kind of hard to put Muffin Top anywhere because he's like...
I'd say Muffin Top's always good.
He kind of defines the game a lot. He makes Poison a bit weaker just by existing.
Completely takes out 1 key to clear like a noxious poison or to save.
Be Poison.
Yeah.
Alright, Dozer. I think Dozer's useful. I don't think there's gonna be any time where you pull him out and he's bad. I don't think he's gonna like counter anyone specifically or always be amazing. He's a bit slow. I don't think you're ever gonna find a time where he's bad. He's kind of weird that he's made out of snow, but he doesn't freeze people.
Well, he does make them like stop moving, so I guess it kind of makes sense. He like chills them.
Maybe. Alright. Gesju, I think situationally amazing. There's times where
always 2 keys, 500 damage, flying, so you can post them up on like a rock or something.
There's times where he can just get killed instantly when they attack, but sometimes they just don't. They pull out the wrong guys. They don't have like the firepower. They made up a few melee people, and Germ just destroys them.
Yeah.
Alright. Mother.
I personally don't think Mother's that good.
I think outclass. I think that just every other 9 key is better. I think.
Yeah, it's just a pull in health, really. Not very much to it.
Alright, Fire Ant.
I'd say Fire Ant's pretty situationally amazing. The lob's great.
You don't always need lob traps, but it's just pretty threatening.
Traps is great.
Especially on the one, what's it, Phobopolis? The one map with all the lob.
And the traps are like boss AoE fire, right?
Yeah, they're AoE, I think. Well, it's kind of hard to say Jarkanon's game changing, but he kind of.
Not really game changing, but do you think always good for Jarkanon? Like,
I just think he's game changing. I think that you have to play around. The reason he doesn't seem game changing is because everyone has him. There's so many ways to counter him, but the only reason you care about countering him is because he's just so important.
Yeah.
Just being able to get damage no matter where he is half the time with like no counter play.
For a lot of players, he's like the only 3 hit phobie they got. So having that range and having him out of the game is just like detrimental for you.
Alright, Sparky just mercs like mechanicals.
Yeah, and he's still got good damage outside of mechanicals anyways.
The amount of
monsters. So he's not
the
really
amount of
doing
like
it.
mechanical phobies he just one shots.
Yeah, he one shots all the Oculuses.
I think so,
Destroys
or at least
anything
gets them
else.
low. You can't really push into Sparky with any mechanical without just dying. And he's beefy enough to back up, having so much damage.
Yeah.
I'd say Primate's difficult to get value.
Yeah, 4 keys for just a higher health Castaway. Not that great.
Yeah, he's really not different from Castaway. I'd say same with Venus.
I'd say Venus is probably more up to outclass. You can still get value with them. Maybe even situationally okay. Because you've got the 2 range trap, but he's definitely outclassed by.
Sometimes it can be real. Sometimes it can be real.
But the 1 move, 2 range trap isn't the greatest. But then Venus, Poison Ivy just comes in and sweeps that out.
I think we can put Cowbell to useful. I think I'm out of one.
I'd say all 1 keys. Are
Most 1 keys will be going to useful. I think.
And some 1 keys are higher, some 1 keys are lower.
Droney, I think he's situational. Okay. Sometimes you just need to get someone out there.
Yeah,
like a lot of times you maybe like let them take a bit of pressure on you and you kill some of their phobies, and sometimes Droney's just a thing that you can get on a point in 1 turn and make it so your heart doesn't take all those points.
Or if they have like Pterodactyl or something and they're totally not expecting you to just pull Droney from your keyhole and it moves 6 tiles out to go murder it.
Yeah. Alright. Microscopic. I think he's outclassed. I think once you get the 3 key range is when you can start pulling out someone who's just a bit better.
Yeah, it's only like 100 more damage and a little bit more health for.
He does huge damage, of course, but for 2 keys, I think I'd rather get Germ, because it's not often that Microscopic's like so much more beefy than Germ that he's gonna live. Alright. Perk, or Clinico. I'd say he's useful.
Yeah,
he heals.
The heal's good. It's alright.
Not that long of a cooldown. It's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, Alligator.
I'd say.
I think outclassed.
Yeah, well, would he really be the best tank in the game, do you think?
Quagmire, I'd say he's just a bit better. He's so expensive. He may have a ton of health, but at a certain point, when you only can do like 400 damage when you dive in, like he's just kind of a wall. I've seen him be a wall against me, and you can't. It's kind of hard to stop it, but it's not that scary.
Alright, Contortio, useful. Like
Again,
+1 keys.
Just take points. Nothing wrong with that. Slammerhead. I think difficult to get value.
Yeah, 4 keys for just the push melee.
It's kind of the same as Primate, where there's just. I'd rather just have Finnegan. There's no reason.
Exactly.
There's no reason to justify 2 more keys to get a few more health. No reason, really. Maggie. This situation, okay. Sometimes you need a 2-move flyer. He can kill. He does good damage. Let's say like I think it's like 500.
Got good damage. People don't really account for it that much. It's
coming in with like 500 damage can be pretty good occasionally.
Yeah.
All right, Baby Snaky. I think that's useful.
Yeah,
come
Baby
out.
Snaky's useful. Definitely better than Misanthrope, like you were talking about earlier. The undead.
Whenever he comes out, it's not like terrifying, but he sits there. He's a bit threatening. You can't just let him sit there like Misanthrope.
Yeah, good damage, rather tanky. The undead always getting some heals.
Alright. KG, I'd say situationally amazing like Sparky. It's hard to get him out there.
Call him KG.
His name's Karj?
His name's Zappy.
Is it KG? I thought it was Zappy.
Zappy and Sparky. They're right next to each other, but I don't know which is which.
I thought it was KG. No, it's Sparky.
It's not KG.
Wait.
It's not KG, bro. Weird.
Let's look at the drip headphones. Right. Okay, so it's not KG. Sparky, I know the 7 key is Sparky. I think it's Zappy.
So it's gotta be Zappy.
Yeah, it's Zappy.
Yeah, Zappy.
He's just like the mechanical murderer, really. Once you get him out there, no mechanical's gonna have a good time taking him down.
Yeah,
but
he's just so hard to deal with.
The fact that he himself is mechanical, though, is kind of big. Because although someone like Ray Chargos is gonna take a big hit killing him, because of the reflect, someone like Sparky or Erratic is just gonna have a field day on him. He can't really do much against them. Grimes. I think Grimes is the most solid situationally amazing phobia on the list.
Yeah.
He's not always gonna work.
Let Grimes get going.
The amount of
If he gets like 1 stack, then it turns into 2, then it turns into 3, and next
just
turn
having
it
him on
does,
the
like,
field just makes the
2,000
opponent. They
damage.
just can't throw their 1 costs away anymore because just 1 stack on Grimes just turns him from just doing to a better Mully Bully, and then after that he's so threatening. He's a moving Cerberus.
His loop thing, like underground travel is so big for him on the small maps.
All right. See Motherload. I think Motherload's another situationally amazing Phobie.
I haven't seen much Motherload play in my games.
It's threatening. I'd say it's like Flesh Crawler, but Flesh Crawler is just kind of. Flesh Crawler just doesn't have the range.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to get him in, but Motherload's good defensive Phobie.
I'd say Motherload's a bit lower. I'd say useful for Motherload. What do you think?
I think it's amazing. Sometimes Motherload can come in and just threaten a lot.
I know, but is it as threatening as like Grimes or Fire?
Well, there's other times, of course, where if Motherload comes out, it's just not gonna do anything because who cares if it comes in? It's just gonna get destroyed and won't do much. But when it does get you, honestly, it could be situationally okay because I don't think there's any time where Motherload's just gonna destroy your whole defense. But
yeah, definitely. Like the damage just isn't enough.
But if it's kind of a push starter. If you get everyone in the push low and then push in with the rest of your guys, Motherload's gets guys that ran away from it because it still has 2 range. I think I have to put in amazing because sometimes it's just really good for starting a push.
I think we should compromise on useful because we were just going between situations.
Yeah, it is useful. I think that it's good for any push, really.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, Boo Fairy. Okay. I think the situation okay.
I'd say outclass. 6 keys for like how much debuff?
It's a big debuff. It's like 600 damage. I think that in the end of the game, if they have like a really big guy out, right, we're talking like a boss, and you 9 key and it's one of their last few guys and you banked a few keys, I think Boo Fairy's big. Boo Fairy can just lock down their main player. But it's not going to happen all the time, and it's not amazing.
6 keys is a lot.
It can be situation amazing, I guess, but it's just so rare that you're going to have 6 keys in the bank and all they have is like boss and like, I don't know, Electric Cat on the field. Alright, Hevo.
Hevo 2.0.
Useful, I'd say.
You think useful too many keys?
Honestly, I think always good, really.
Because, yeah, I'd say the Hevo class.
And sometimes he can be game changing, especially in the maps with lots of holes.
The push is pretty big, the AoE push.
But it's not, he's always good enough to the fact where he can't always kill everybody with a Abyss kill, but just being able to go in, attack with a few Phobies and push them all away so they can't really retaliate as much is pretty big.
Oh my god, how many Phobies do we have left?
Got plenty of Phobies. Alright. Beauty. I think Beauty's always good.
Yeah,
it's a bit squishy.
Really a situation where you're gonna be pulling out Beauty and not getting very much value.
It's a bit squishy that I don't think can be game changer. The beam can be big, but it's a bit hard to fall into the beam play.
Yeah.
Alright, Miss Moffat.
Pull Phobies I think are always pretty good.
I think situation amazing because sometimes you're not gonna have the force to back up, or it's gonna be a little bit awkward because it's kind of easy to play against Miss Moffat. But sometimes on pit maps you can just lock down an entire area.
Yeah, just by having Miss Moffat and like maybe 2 damage.
And being able to one tap almost every Phobie in the entire game just by using the pull is pretty big.
Minotaur.
I think he's outclassed.
I'd say he's wasted keys.
He's just
3 key for a monster melee Phobie.
I just don't think he's just not there. I don't think he's inherently he's not terrible.
I'd say he's difficult to get value.
Maybe
I think he's lower than outclassed.
I wouldn't say he's outclassed because it's not really any AoE Phobies. It's just that I think melee AoE is kind of bad. You just see it with what's his name? I don't know his name anymore. High Five also. High Five, yeah. Just melee Phobies in general, just kind of hard to get any value with, especially something as specific as AoE. Alright, Thunder Rocks. Situation okay. I mean, it does. I think outclassed really. I think outclassed actually. There's better ways to do.
3 keys for a melee electric, and it's still right around the same amount of damage as like a Ray Chargles. For the 2 keys to get flying, 2 move, 2 range.
I think if you're like really fiending for cheap electric damage, you can just get 1 more for Temptress.
Yeah.
Because like there's not often where you're like trying to counter a mechanical Phobie that's so cheap that you can't warrant waiting for Ray Chargles or something.
Yeah.
Especially when if they just block the Ray Chargles by literally anything, Thunder Rocks is useless. Murder Wing, I mean it kills Jar Cannon, but other than that, it's not the best defensive phobia. I mean it does big damage.
I'd say Murder Wing's useful.
Yeah.
You always are getting something out of him. He's a guaranteed like 570 damage or something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty big pushing into him. I mean he can he's almost as good as like up some 5 keys. And it's just the initial hits he can do if someone pushes into him.
His flying is good. He's always threatening to Jar Cannon.
But overall, I'd say his just tiny amount of health just makes him a bit hard to use in any attack, really.
Yeah, and once his bomb.
And he's also very vulnerable to any poison.
Yeah.
Like
creep poison takes him
creep.
out.
You just can't get him near. Okay, Gonzo Bonzo, I think is just game changing.
Yeah, I think bringing up 1 second. Yeah, I think
I'd say he's
bringing
one.
up the damage of 1 Phobie so you can get like a double hit for. He's literally walking stem pad.
Yeah, and he's one of the phobies where a lot of times he can do plays that you don't expect with it.
Yeah.
Like you can know what a Yeti might do, but you'll never know. A Gonzo Bonzo could just buff some random guy you never expected.
So many options.
Oopsie baby.
I'd say like situationally okay. How much?
Yeah,
is,
it's a 6
baby?
6 keys. It's got 3 range
key.
and does the debuff.
3 range debuff.
I mean
And it's
that's
not that
good.
much of a debuff, though.
I feel like if you're using a 1 move 3 cost, it's like a big sentinel, right? Like you're not gonna push out and debuff someone with that. I need to look up how much health it has. I haven't played against it much.
Yeah, you don't really see him.
Push freeze is a 60.
Why do they spell oops?
Oh, he's a 7 key actually, and he's not that tanky.
Mechanical too. He's a big target for Chargles.
You won't be seeing like an oopsie baby coming out and just pushing into someone. I guess it could be good though to push in 1, debuff someone, and then go into a big attack.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna be crazy, I don't think. Alright, Blondie. I haven't seen much Blondie, but
Yeah, I almost know Blondie's.
I think it's outclassed.
Yeah, it's just
Just once a certain point, 1 move, 1 range is just can't do anything.
Yeah.
The AoE is very nice though for the debuff, but it's mechanical too. Just being a slow mechanical is just such a giant debuff. Like it doesn't even matter if they debuff an electric phobia, will just do so much damage to it. Especially when it has to waste a turn not moving. It's 6 keys.
Is Blondie 6 key?
I believe.
Yeah, I just don't think it's worth it. So much, you know.
Yeah, it's 6 keys. Of course, it's not even taking it. It's about the same as Hydra, I think. Alright. So, Rocket Man.
I've also seen very little Rocket Man.
Seen him a few times. You can see when it's coming. It's just it's a melee freeze. You know when he's gonna do it.
Yeah, melee freeze.
I think useful.
6 keys for melee freeze.
You can't doubt freeze. It's a freeze. Freeze is just probably the most strongest debuff in the game in general.
Yeah, he's kind of tanky too.
But there's no plays he's gonna make where you just won't see it coming.
Yeah, but that's really all he is. He's just a melee phobie with freeze. He's a dimensional, so I guess that helps a little bit, but I don't know. I'd say maybe situationally okay. There's just not many situations.
Yeah, you can't always pull him out too, so I think he's situational.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
Phobie
can get
turn.
locked down.
Alright. Stabby's always good. I can't.
Stabby's always
He's
good.
the.
He's a
I'd say.
solid pick.
I'd say he's the best of the always goods.
If you start pulling out Stabby is personally my favorite phobie. If you start pulling him out early, just getting him in position, he's just a.
He just has undeniable stats for the cost.
He can't really be like pod shotted by Jar Cannon that well either, because if then Jar Cannon starts hitting him, you can get out.
Since where I'm
like
playing,
an AOE phobie or someone like that,
Yeah.
and then that'll just finish him off.
even though I don't like to bring up levels, a lot of people that I fight do like to bring out their level 15 jar cannons that my bat can't one shot, and that just helps making jar cannon a bit more vulnerable.
Stabby always helps.
Cyclops, I think that's just a definite outclassed. Two move, two
He's
dimensional.
more useful. He's more useful than you think. Cause he's 5 keys, 2 range, 2 move. I'd say situationally okay.
But you just have Hevo. Why would you ever pull him out over Hevo?
You've got Hevo, but think about it. Like, Cyclops is right in between Hevo and Stairmaster.
Okay, so we have
right?
Hevo, right? Let's get the Hevo stats out. And we have. Come on here. We have Cyclops.
Okay.
For the same cost, you're getting 50 more damage, but no lob, and 250 less health. And he's dimensional. I just think that Hevo, just in general.
Hevo outclasses him, but I think Cyclops deserves a higher spot. Just think about guys like Stairmaster, just literal.
But I think that I think he's just by definition outclassed. Like he's situationally okay, but there's no reason to pull him out over Hevo. Like I think all that matters for Phobie isn't like just how good he is flat, it's just how good he is compared to other guys.
Yeah.
Can't really say someone's good if there's just no reason to put him out.
I'll just leave it out there. I think Cyclops deserves higher.
Alright, I mean, if you need a second 5 cost 2 range, that's good, but honestly, I think Jinsting's just as good as Cyclops sometimes.
Alright, Ted.
That's useful. You can't deny what being able to revive yourself for so cheap.
Yeah, revive 1 cost, that's good.
Especially with
the range kind of hurts, but.
And pulling out, a lot of times people don't think about the fact that you can pull out Jill and make him do a bit more damage.
Yeah, just like the sniper Jill play.
Yeah, I remember that back
in... out of nowhere. Oh my god, I can't believe I lost because of that.
That's so funny. Alright, Unicorn. I think Is he always good, you think?
I'd say situationally amazing.
Yeah.
He's 2 key. He's so strong for a 2 key. 2 range on a 2 key is so amazing. He's like Gesundheit with traps and less damage.
And a bit more health, of course.
Yeah. Those traps, though, the 1 range traps, and you can just set up a cornfield and then fall back. They try to push the advantage. Oh, 3 people.
I'd say Unicorn's one of those phobies that just makes everyone else in his key cost just look sad.
Yeah, like in what situation?
Like why am I pulling out K9 2000 when I can get a Unicorn out, or Eternal Knight when I can get Unicorn out?
Yeah.
Range phobias just make all the melee ones look so bad.
Yeah.
Cerberus situationally okay.
Yeah, there's some times where you can just start developing a Cerberus and then it gets out of hand real quick.
I've had too many games where I knew they couldn't counter Cerberus good, but I still pull him out and he's just too slow and they rush my heart.
Yeah.
But if you can like get him out in a part where they don't have much for him and you can use him as just like a frontliner, he's just so scary.
Yeah, or even just like the slow Cerberus walk to heart to the point where they overdevelop and then you just like take them.
It's just undeniable how powerful Cerberus is, even if he's not exactly the most mobile guy. He's a bit of a fatso, to be honest.
Yeah.
Temptress is probably the most situationally okay Phobie of the situationally okay Phobie.
I'd say Temptress. Like, when you look at Temptress, you're like, eh.
I can't say he's outclassed, because the ability can be okay sometimes. The damage is there for mechanicals, and he is cheaper than Ray Chargles. But he's just not the best. But
yeah, you don't really get much use out of his AoE ability either.
All it does is make the Phobie challenges harder. Doom I'd say he's not just situation okay. He's not gonna, if they pull out a trap Phobie.
I love Doom.
He's so cool, but if they pull out a trap Phobie, it's not like Doom's just gonna invalidate that.
Yeah, because it's still there. Like, you can see it, but
you can step on it, I guess, but step on it with Doom, other than that, it's not really gonna stop you from doing anything with it. This trap's still threatening. It doesn't just like kill the trap Phobie.
Oh boy, it's time.
My favorite, I think Boss is just a game changer.
Boss, game changing always. His AoE attack is so huge. He's beefy.
He does
got
500.
damage.
He does 500 damage per with his big AOE with the fire. Just being able to hit, just even if it doesn't seem super big, 'cause it's not gonna like one shot a Phobie. Just 3 guys connected to each other. That's 1500 damage with one attack.
I've lost so many games because of the damn boss.
Like God forbid he's on a stim pad, and just the fire hurts so bad.
Yeah, the fire
You
it
can,
lingers for like 2 rounds.
like
dude.
you hit them, if you leave your Phobie on a boss fire, that's with base stat. That's 400 damage. That kills a jar cannon half the time. Like, that's massive. Is this high five or Chuck? I think this is high five.
Chuck's the like greener one.
Alright, high five. High five's a waste of keys. He really is.
Yeah, 8 keys, right?
He's 8 keys. I mean,
five?
if you're in a
Keys is
situation,
not worth that.
if you're in a situation where high five can get to the heart and kill it, you already won anyway. If you're not winning and you bring out high five, he just sucks.
I've actually won a game because of high five. I pushed up top and like made him overcommit up top, and then high five was just like in his heart. It was a big map.
Yeah, that's pretty big. But like anyone who sees it coming, high five's not gonna do anything.
Yeah, it's not.
Just think of what you're trading for 8 keys. Especially compared to any other 8 keys. There's about 7 keys that are better. Like I'd rather bring out Robot than high five.
Hydra. I'd say Hydra's pretty good.
Honestly, I think I can.
For 4 keys.
I think they can honestly be put as useful. I don't think there's gonna be a time where you pull a Hydra and you can't do something with it. Because at the very least,
Hydra's always gonna be at least tanking, you know.
At the very least, you're gonna make them have to pull out like an electrical Phobie that's just a little for 4 keys to like change how their opponent plays, especially for electrical Phobies are just slightly worse than non-electrical Phobies.
Yeah, so many of these like actually decent electrical Phobies too are just expensive, you know.
I'd say Sparky's like, or yeah, is it Sparky? No, it's Zappy. I think Zappy's the only electrical counter Phobie that's somewhat like on par with the rest of this people his key with to non-mechanicals. Like other ones like Sparky, Temptress, Rechargles are just lacking a little bit compared to someone their counterparts at the same key like Pterodactyl compared to Sparky is just a bit better if they're not mechanical. Kaboom.
Alright.
I'd say always good. He's just so threatening.
He's threatening, but there's also too he's got like what 300 health. He's gonna get one shot by anything.
But think about it, you're playing on a small map, right? You're always gonna pull out Stabby. Well, they pull out Kaboom, and Stabby dies if you pull out Kaboom. Now,
yeah, and I'd say that's a good trade, eliminating the Stabby.
Because it's like even if they're the same key cost, Stabby's just so much bigger than most other 3 keys.
Yeah. But
Creep, right?
does that mean he deserves Stabby rank? I don't know. I'd say situationally amazing.
Maybe.
Playing like a jar cannon into him or something and maneuvering your way around can be just like it's not really easy to deal with him. He's got so much map control. Just like hey, push into here, boom.
But he can just one shot like 2/3 of the Phobies on this list right now.
Yeah.
And he's still only 3.
Situationally amazing.
Yeah. I mean, he is the biggest play potential of any Phobie too, especially with like paddles.
Yeah, paddles being pulled out of nowhere.
Well, paddles does have a lock on his ability, so it's not like he's just gonna appear.
Yeah. I wish paddles had just like pull out of your ass.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
That'd be so great.
Creep as useful, I'd say.
Yeah, like he's always gonna be useful. You're never gonna be.
At the very least, you can always just cap him on point, and then attack someone.
Hit, like,
and then they, or even anyone, they have to pull out like Muffin Top. Cause like if you get on even like what I think is like Klepto, you can turn a big threatening like 2,000 health guy with big AOE to having like 600 health. And he's like a germ. Gargles. I think Gargles is difficult to get value with.
Yeah, 4 keys. I think having that like permanent obstacle is rather strong. Like you can play with it, but the chances that you're gonna get to actually use it well
I think he'd be fine if he were a 3 key.
Yeah, the 4 key is just too much.
Alright. I think
I think
AWOL,
it's better than the
Thumb.
usual 1 keys.
I think he's gonna have to go situation amazing.
Situationally amazing. Having that Thumb you can just pull out of nowhere.
He's just
does
part of the.
500 damage.
He's part of that 1-2 combo of phobies that are only 3 cows away.
Toe.
Oh yeah, toe, thumb, who cares? He's part of the 1-2 combo of germ and thumb to a phobie that's like 3 away from your heart. I do think it's funny that with like 7 keys you can pull out like 1.8k damage with the innocuous thumb and germ. Alright, Rockman. Where's Rockman going? I think Rockman's useful. I know he's always good. I'd say like if you can get him out over Hevo you should, right?
Yeah, the Terraform ability, Terraform catches me off guard so much. Terraform you can
just shove it in front of someone.
So much. Shove it in front of someone, push in, shove it in front of someone, break something so another person can get a sight line, open up your space so you have more to play in. It's always good. Just start making a fortress. The lob on him is great. He's got good damage, good health. He's a dimensional.
Yeah. There's really not much to say.
Yeah.
Tramples?
I never be seeing him tramples. Is he the push?
No. He's the 7 cost that can do the charge.
He's the charge one, not the push.
I think he's useful.
Is he much of a beefcake? I think we might have to consult wiki.
I don't think he's much of a beefcake. I think he probably has like 1.8k. How do you spell it? Is it Mr. Tramples? Yeah, it is.
Mister.
Yeah, he's not a beefcake. I mean, I feel like he could be like a good push phobie where you move in with tramples, right? Charge through them and then make your normal push. And now if they run away, the tramples is still there.
Yeah, and the three movement on him.
3 movements just always good no matter what. There's no time where 3 movements like not gonna impact a phobie heavily. Like if you take 3 movement away from any 3 move phobie, it's just dead.
7 keys though.
Yeah, but I think he's just if he's out, he's threatening enough.
Yeah.
He's not gonna like carry a game by himself, but he's also pretty nice. The fact that he can just get away if they don't really kill him is also amazing. Medibot? I never see Medibot.
I'd say he's outclassed.
You don't
There's
need.
just better healers. He's 5 cost.
You don't need 3 move to get a heal out there. This isn't like D-Day or Vietnam here. I got Phobie D-Day. That happens pretty often. Razormouth. I'm gonna put him at the top of useful just because I love Razormouth. He's just a classic phobie. He's the first guy. He's the first guy every phobie plays probably.
Pull out the fish tank, make you pay.
And by pay we mean just pull up Ray Chargos and instantly lose. I think fish tank's just the example of how just one melee phobies with nothing special are just bad to a certain point. Like at 7 cost, I'm asking for something more special than doing lots of damage and being melee. Especially like, cause think of fish tank versus like a counter like Sparky. Sparky eats him alive and is still a threatening melee phobie or a ranged phobie. Edgar Allan. I mean, you have Edgar Allan, or not Edgar Allan, Russell.
That's Russell.
You can tell me about Russell. You have him.
Russell's interesting. If your opponent doesn't have someone like Blue Alien, or like a naturally spawning healing spot on the map, I'd say Russell's okay. How much is he? 8 keys?
Yep.
Yeah, 8 keys. His poison, it can be alright, especially if your opponent's heavy on the undead. In a stalemate match where you guys are just trading 1 keys for the middle point, it can be good to like loosen up his defense so you can eventually break it down with his weakened phobies. But the actual Russell phobie, it's just not very good. It's just a melee, 2000 health, 500 damage melee phobie.
I think of Russell, I think of just other big 8 keys, right? Like boss
yeah,
especially.
I think for 8 keys,
Where I'm like,
it's
he has his ability and he's kind of useless, but a boss is just always there. He's always threatening. And he can just outright kill the phobies half the time.
yeah. There's better 8 keys and more things you could be doing with those 8 keys.
Would you say situationally okay?
Yeah, situationally okay. There's not really times where Russell's gonna be like the game-changing factor,
Well, he can, but
but it's very few times. Most of the times they're gonna have a heal spot, and they're not gonna have like a creep cassowary. All these low health undead phobies that are actually gonna die from the Russell.
Barzilla, I'd say outclass. Just all the common 8 keys. He's just like tanky to a like alligator. He's just tanky to like a stupid point where you charge him with Barzell. He's range, but like, so you put in this big fat guy that can eat an entire front line of attacks. But then when you get out of it, he goes in, attacks, and then attacks twice. That's what, like 1500 damage. Yeah, it's not that major. Is there anything more really?
Yeah, nothing more to add to that really.
Klepto, always good.
Always good.
Those 6 keys, man. The 6 keys, they're always there's a lot of good of them.
I'd say he's the best lobber phobia after what's his face, Evo 3.0.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd say.
He's got that AOE. It's so big. Klepto's relatively beefy. What, like 1500 to start?
Yeah, I don't see Klepto and think, oh, I'm just gonna murder this guy.
Good damage, good lob.
AoE's pretty big. You're just chipping down their phobies that can't even attack back. Spud.
Spud's, I'd say great for 3 keys.
I'd say, you know, I can't say.
Mini Phobie, or mini Hevo.
If I could put like a, we probably could add like a situationally above average, but that's kind of stupid. So I'm just gonna put him in. I'm split between always good and useful, cause like you know I always need that lob, but on a lob map he's really good.
Always good and useful. It's situationally amazing.
No, I was thinking between situationally amazing and useful. Like,
yeah. I'd say, yeah, the lob's big for the 3 keys. 3 keys, 2 range, 2 move.
He's not exactly like a heavy hitter though.
Yeah, below average damage. Below.
I'd say he's the top of useful. He's like just an all-around useful phobie.
Hey, get Razormouth back up there, huh?
All right. I'm gonna put all these rabbit things into difficult to get value.
Yeah. The Jackalopes.
Especially I'm coming from. I have Grimes. I just pull out Grimes if you pull out this guy, and then just if you teleport Grimes on top of their corpse, he's the one who gets the kill when they die.
Oh. So that's how the stacks work for them? You just teleport on top of them? That's pretty good.
You can teleport and not even have to keep your Grimes there because he attacked. Smiley? I think Smiley's like a quintessential, situationally amazing phobie.
Yeah, you can just pull him out, completely lock down an area, force out all those big phobies. He's a great person to bring out when they
a lot of the best phobies are dimensionals too. And he hurts dimensionals.
He hurts like 700 damage.
Any AoE phobie too, erratic, klepto, they just can't do much because you put them in like behind your phobies and they still can't attack.
And the only way to get rid of him is mechanicals.
Yeah.
And unless you have like an army of Hevos.
And a lot of times, I myself, I don't have him, but I myself have pulled out mechanicals, like maybe one too many, and we're countering him, and they pull out electrics, and I just can't do anything. Like they pull out him, I pull out a Hevo and Oculus. Maybe another one, they pull out like erratic, and now erratic's really good because if it's all mechanical, then his healing's just so big.
Yeah, definitely big on the.
Especially with paddles, he's huge with paddles. He can cover almost the entire map sometimes, and you just can't escape. Chuck.
I'd say always good.
I think he's the top of always good. Probably even more than Stabby.
Jar Cannon.
He's hard to get out there.
Damage.
If you can get him out at a smart time.
How much, well not really Jar Cannon, but what? How much, health does he
I think he has 1800 to start.
1800, so he is Beefcake.
He's a big guy. He's a big guy.
Oh yeah.
450 hurts too.
450 to start. Wow.
Just big Jarkan. If you can get him out at a safe time, big. Like not even sheep and gas can counter this guy because he has to be in his range to even reach him. Bad sushi.
Bad sushi, bro. Literally worst Phobie in game.
I don't think you could like get an attack off of bad sushi if you tried.
Yeah. Like, what were they thinking when they put out bad sushi?
I swear to God, bad sushi has to be like Smiley or something where he just does his attack at the end of his turn or something. Because just having to move one, you have one space to move. Even with paddles, you have 2 spaces to move. Like, it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, literally never gonna happen.
Electric Cat. He's just situationally okay.
Yeah, where's Razor Mouth?
Like, you can't. I wouldn't pull him out unless they had a mechanical. I really wouldn't.
Or you just need to cap. And you don't.
Yeah, but there's so many other 1 costs where it's like, alright, well, if I really need to use a 1 cost for damage, why would I have Razor Mouth out or Electric Cat out?
Dr. Dermot.
I think Dr. Dermot's situation amazing.
I'd say it's situationally okay. He's 4 keys. He's got a long cooldown, but that health can get up like a boss from 1 hit.
Yeah.
To just out of nowhere, he's full back up and running.
Like I've seen people say that, like Clinico's better just because he has more consistent healing, but I feel like just the fact that you can heal just an entire health bar out of nowhere is just. I think
I would say like Clinico and Dr. Dermot are like interchanging in which situation. I think they'd be right in the same class. I think they're both useful.
Yeah, I agree with that. Clinico can just come in a second time a lot of times. But Dr. Dermot is just so
most
fat.
of the time you're not gonna be getting like a second
heal. Because Clinico is just a bit sad sometimes when like you're trying to heal boss. And it's like, okay, now my boss is 1600 HP.
Yeah.
15,000. I hope Clinico could do that.
1500, my bad.
Alright, Sucky.
I wish Clinico could do that. Alright.
Situation. I think he's situationally okay. I haven't seen him used, but just once in a while.
No one uses Sucky for a reason.
Once in a while, some madman will pull out Sucky, right?
Pulling out Sucky and going crazy.
And I will just sit there and be like, oh, it's Sucky, who cares? And he just puts a dude who can do like 600 damage in the dead middle. It's literally like, it's literally like Gravedigger Wall in the middle of my Phobies, bro. But it's really worm.
Sucky is Gravedigger Wall?
He's literally a Gravedigger Wall.
Sucky is not you.
He's not you. But he's literally a Gravedigger Wall that does damage.
I'd say he's outclassed by Gravedigger Wall.
I know. You know what? I think difficult to get value.
Yes, dude.
He can work.
Can we get a Gravedigger Wall?
Wait, I got it.
PNG of Gravedigger Wall. Yeah.
All right, Jill. I think Jill's same as Ted. Where's Ted? Yeah. A little better. It does a lot of damage. A beefed up Jill with Ted does like 500 damage. 500. Like that's a lot. That's
and they just
Stairmaster.
Don't be expecting it because if you just pull out one, most of the time they'll think you'll pull them out together. But then you just like sniper with Jill.
All right, Leshy. I doubt you've seen Leshy.
I've never seen Leshy before.
So he has an AOE heal.
Okay.
Around himself that does 1.1k. Like that's not small. But he's also 7 keys. 7 keys for that, really?
How often does he get it? How is it cooldown?
Well, only 1 turn. That's
every other turn. That's big.
Wait, that's Mr. Trample. Sorry, guys. Wait, oopsies. It's probably 2 to be honest. If it were 1, that'd be huge though. 3? Oh, that's no. You.
I don't know.
You. 2? No, 3. That's way too much. I think that's. And that's outclassed.
Outclassed, definitely.
Bluelian is soloing harder than that.
Bluelian, yeah.
When are you gonna have like 5 Phobies that are all low? They desperately need the big hug. Rusty.
Wait. How's the Leshy Phobie though? I think we just kind of looked at ability. Is he just melee?
He's probably like melee that sucks.
Well, let's check.
He's melee that sucks.
Yeah.
Which is like Phobie dev's best way of giving ability Phobie is just turn them into melee that sucks afterwards. Alright, Rusty. I'm gonna give a controversial take here. Difficult to get value. He's not a waste of keys. Rusty can come out. If your opponent pulls out Cerberus and you pull out Rusty, well, there goes Cerberus. It's the same as creep for Murder Wing, or like foul for boss or something. It just kills them. The fact he kills himself is kind of rough. I think it possibly you could possibly deal with him. I think it could be possible that he doesn't kill himself and he's just melee and like, okay, maybe they have to kill it, but at the very least he doesn't die instantly.
Kind of how like Glob gets on him.
Maybe.
Just be Rusty
no, I think it should be like a melee move where he hits it, right? It's a one move melee, but he doesn't die. He just sits the one move away from them, and he's maybe give him a little bit more health or something, so he might just not die to one tap. But they have to kill him with that Phobie, right? Maybe use him as a little bit of a barrier for the range guy that's attacking the guy who's trapped.
Like Rusty uses his move and now he's latched onto him, but he's still in that position, like he's barrier.
No, I think he can just move away. I think he can move away.
You think he should move away? But then the other person can't move, and then the whole point of Rusty is that he's like a bear trap.
Let me go. So we have Phobie A, right? And I think Rusty sticks like right here. He uses a move, right? But he stays there, and this guy can't move anymore.
I can't see what you're doing. I just see Phobie.
Oh, my bad. My bad here. Wait a second. Alright. So we get...
I want to see this crazy drawing scale.
Okay, so we have Phobie A. Let's get like... And then Rusty uses this thing on him, right?
Okay.
This is Rusty for some reason. It's not really what he looks like, but...
Oh, yeah.
That's Rusty, right? That's despicably bad. So he attacks it, and this guy can't move anymore. He's got the little traffic cone next to him.
Yeah.
And Rusty just sits here, like he just used it, and now this guy's trapped, and Rusty did his move. That's his turn. Maybe he could even run away. Like if someone walks into Rusty, Rusty can freeze them and then run away. I don't think it should kill Rusty when he does it, because it's already hard enough to get a melee Phobie to do anything on another guy.
Well, wouldn't that be like a melee Phobie who can run away and get it again? That's literally like the dozer.
Yeah, but it's also like, okay, it's a melee Phobie. They're not gonna walk into Rusty, right? Like, who's gonna just be like, alright, here's my vulnerable melee Phobie. Time to walk directly into Rusty and get trapped, right? So overall, but I just think that, say you have like, I don't know, maybe a weaker guy, like you have like Unicorn or something, right? The Unicorn over here. Oh, that's a good drawing.
Alright. We'll just maybe we'll come back to Rusty or something. Let's move on.
I look at Unicorn.
I think we've had enough, bro. That is not a unicorn.
Alright, Bachelor. I think
I'd say he's above the normal one keys.
I can't put him like in situation amazing. He's not that good, but I think he's probably the better ones. Sometimes you can just put yourself. The pole's just good, really.
Yeah, the pole's great, especially if they don't have like another one key to actually hit them with the pole. Especially if like a big Phobie has to come out, move, and then hit Bachelor. Sometimes the pole will just bring them in. So like, oh crap, I can't do that. I just have to let this one key get out. So then that one key's good for like another cap later on.
Yeah. Henrietta. Yeah, honestly, I think that a one key's main goal in life is to get 2 caps. Like that's a good one key.
Yeah,
I think he's
good too, hitting like a
I think he's at the very low. Because he's such a low key too. I feel like you can get him out early in the game, right? And if they try to save up and bank for a big undead or something, then he's just gonna you can get him out and possibly tick away at them early so that the poison actually starts racking up damage by the time it's the end of the game.
Yeah.
But if he's late, okay, you have 1,000 poison on him, but it's not gonna tick that long. But it's pretty good. It's a murder wing killer.
Yeah.
Ginsting. Ginsting's the useful Phobie.
Yeah. Oop.
He's the stats monster.
Yeah. I think when you get Ginsting from your stress level, it just kind of like renovates your play. Like you're finally starting to get a good amount of 2 move, 2 range Phobies. He's always there for you. you know, 4 keys, reliable, decently hard-hitting attacks.
One of
He's
those.
got that extra AOE too.
One of those guys where whenever you get an upgrade for him, you just feel happy.
And you're like, nice, I'll be using that.
Alright. Stairmaster? I think Stairmaster's outclassed.
Stairmaster.
Stairmaster. I think he's outclassed.
Yeah, definitely. 5, like, he's got the damage, but how many times are you actually gonna be using that extra, like, 100 damage?
Because
and
you're just
you're
gonna die.
also trading away that, like, 700 health that you would have with, like, Evo.
And Lob. Yeah, I mean, that's really all there is to say. He's glass cannon, which isn't too good a lot of times in Phobie.
Alright, it's time.
Very hard for a 1 key to be a waste of keys, but...
Oh, dude.
Now, I will say he does have damage. He's pretty... Where is it?
Oh my god. He's BBS 1 key too.
Yeah. He hurts, dude. 320 is no slouch. But, like...
Oh, he's literally worse than bad sushi. He's worse than bad sushi.
He's literally feed Phobie. He's literally feed Phobie. Like, I mean, I guess he can cap. Okay, I won't doubt his ability to cap. He can probably cap, but, like...
It might take a while.
So, say we're on...
Afterwards, on like a guy like Tatter Gel.
Where's Moai and Phobies? They're pulling out Spiny Beetle, like... 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. God forbid you want to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's just one move, and then he gets on point, right? They shoot him. He just dies.
He just dies. He literally just dies.
You don't even have to step on it.
Literally long walk to water Phobie.
He's just dead.
That's how we do.
Shut up, bro. He's literally just dead. Like he's dead.
Alright.
Poor guy. Blood needs something special, like he can cap without actually standing on the point. Like he can just touch it and run away, and it still caps. Alright, Scritch.
Scritch, I think Scritch is worse than Gonzo Bonzo.
I think he's worse than, so I think he's always good.
Yeah.
I would never complain about having, but Gonzo Bonzo is just 2 more keys, and all he really gets is a slightly better buff. I think slightly better damage, and the movement's really the main part of it. Like he can actually, he's kind of like Paddles, where he can kind of come in and do something unexpected, even more than Gonzo Bonzo. Dog's an always good Phobie.
Yeah.
He opens games. He has threatening damage on the field. He kills jar cannons. Just all around, he's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Well, I would say on small maps you can kind of get trapped into using him, and a lot of times I don't think you need him. I really don't think you need him.
On small maps, he's not the greatest.
All right. Brony's situationally amazing. You can just shut down a small map with Brony.
Yeah, I think Brony is just like one of those phobies that you think about, like, how would I get use out of that?
And then you get use out of him.
And it's like, oh shit.
Alaster? Alaster is like
I
top of always good.
Mm,
I think he's top of always good.
I think Alaster's not that great, to be honest.
What?
100% heal. Like, Alaster's relatively squishy. Her whole point is like getting in there, getting hits, and then healing all that damage.
Alright, okay,
But
so
you're just not gonna actually be hitting that.
let me see what's the damage. Okay, so
all the Alasters that I.
so think about this. You think about it this way, right? You come in and you know that your Alaster won't die, right? You take a Potshot 380, and then even if you know that you're gonna be one tap, you take a 380 hit and run, and then the next time you dive in, you do another 380. You've healed 760 health, more than half of your health.
If you dive
for no punishment.
2 phobies that have like decent damage, like 2 Gen Stings, 2 Hevos, 2.
Yeah, but it's a duelist. It's like a dually Phobie. It's 6 key. It's just cheap enough. It's really duelist. It's really duelist, bro. He's just cheap enough that you can probably on a big map. You can probably get Alaster out early enough to start like just kind of going to the riskier points.
I don't think Alaster's worth the keys.
I think it's worth the keys. Like, have you ever killed an Alaster? No, you
Yeah.
probably haven't killed an Elaster. I really doubt you have.
All the Elasters that I play against stink.
Dude, the ones I have are just like, oh my god, this guy's annoying. I can't kill him. Alright.
Really, Phobie positioning just isn't good enough, huh?
Now here's a better phobia. Alright. Clobster.
Put Elaster down, bro. Put her into situationally amazing right now.
Alright. Clobster.
I love Clobster.
Clobster's useful, I'd say.
Yeah, the four range burrow is actually huge.
I think he's at the
People don't
point.
be thinking
I
about
think
it.
he's at the point where his like how he is situational, of course, but it's so good situational that it's like good. You know, you can probably find a use for it, especially you know, it's so situationally good. It's not like amazing, but it's an overall good pick.
He's so situationally good that he's good in almost every situation.
Real. Especially with like Gonzo Bonzo, like, hi guys, it's me, Clobster, 700 damage from anywhere. Yeah, that's kind of stupid. Paddles.
Alright, paddles.
That is a situationally amazing Phobie. He has
I'd
the
say
plays, dude.
situationally okay. Look, he has the potential to be situationally amazing, but his paddle's really better than someone like Dozer or Creep. Like, I've got paddles, I use them. I just don't get that much out of them.
You literally stink, Phobie. You literally don't have a single use for paddles, bro. What you do when you get the time bomb or you get the what's his name, like Smiley or something? What you do then?
I guess so, but paddles, you rely on other phobies for paddles, kind of the same way that you, like, with these other phobies, rely on having paddles. Paddles is just so many keys. His ability's strong, but he's 4 keys for +1 movement, and then it's gone for what, 3 turns?
Yeah, and then he's like baby Phobie.
And he's literally baby Phobie. He's got like 800 health, very low.
One taps by electric Phobies.
Yeah, dude.
Alright, Morty. I'll talk. I have Morty, so I can talk about Morty.
Yeah.
Morty's one. He's like an unexpected come out the gate. Like, oh, I'm gonna push close this guy's key. Boom, 900 damage, or something like that. He's a 1-key assassinator. Like early on, they like my favorite map is the one where it's like the lava ring around the one or the panic point.
Around the bottom point.
Yeah, and there's the keys in both right, and you just pull out Morty murder there. Whoever like they put like Maggie first play or something. And at the end of the game, he can make some plays. He can capture the points while also holding his own when they don't exactly have like, oh, I'm gonna pull out Rage Argos.
Morty's not even like that much of a squish monster. He can take a hit. He can take like 1 hit, and then he'll die. But it's better than it being like droney health. He's got more health.
I think that the use of getting him out quickly to like assassinate a guy that didn't expect it, right, and then just having him for the rest of the game is kind of worth it. Like, personally, I think if a Phobie kills another Phobie with no punishment, you can like almost subtract it off their key count. Like when Morty kills a 1 key and now he's a 4 key. Like that's all. He only needs to get 4 more keys of value to be good. And I think he can help that out. So I think he's any situation okay.
Yeah, I think that's a good spot for him.
Water Bear? I think Water Bear's a sleeper, bro.
He is not Water Bear. Why do you
What? I
want
swear
to
it's
call
Honey.
Water Bear? It's Honey Bear.
Oh my bad. I swear he's a sleeper, bro. I need to like expand my brain and use Honey Bear, bro.
Is a sleeper. I think, yeah, people don't be talking about Honey Bear. People don't be using them. But you pull him out and you deactivate one of his.
I don't know. The real sleeper, I think, is deactivating a stim pad from far away.
Stim pad can be good, but imagine deactivating one of his.
Okay, so someone has like, I don't know, a klepto on stim pad, right? They think, alright, if you push it and I hit all your phobies with like.
Or like a blue alien farm or something going on, and you have like Russell or someone like that, and you get rid of their natural healing pad, and they have nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
I did that once in my Russell game. Got the natural healing pad, and it just kind of ticked.
Yeah, I feel like there's just so many little tiles you can remove with them. It just the opponent like takes for granted, right? And then gone. Alright, foul. Fouls. I'd say situation amazing because you're not gonna pull them out whenever you feel like it. But the second they pull a boss, well, guess who's coming out next?
Yeah.
As a boss
He's-
super, I literally get scared when I pull a boss. They always have foul.
Yeah, it's always you just pull out foul.
Basically the play.
Not really much to say about him. That what's it called? Disease.
His disease hurt. His disease hurts, man.
It's like 500 damage disease. You're just like done for. He's good melee too. 700 damage or something, right? Big health pool. Plus undead, so you get healed from the melee.
Yeah.
So I'd say pretty good.
All right, Eternal Knight.
I
Eternal
think
Knight's good.
Eternal Knight's he's all right.
I think he's
Yeah.
outclassed.
Yeah, he's too key. He's got pretty good damage. Dimensional is a really good effect, like the race on him, because you always got like a confirmed 500 damage from somewhere.
Now, this list is
Sometimes
missing.
You just don't want to be hitting him.
This list is missing
know
like the
he's-
new Phobies, like Wiggy, right?
Wiggy's a new Phobie?
Yeah, Wiggy's new. Like,
Hmm.
but I think Wiggy's what Eternal Knight wants to be.
Yeah.
Like, I guess the thing is that he's really low health, but the fact that he's dimensional means that someone's gonna have to take the hit. But I feel like the fact that he is so low health just means like, okay, fine. Well, my Razor Mouth just killed it. Wow. Oh no.
How many Phobies are we missing? Cause
All the
I
ones
know
from
I
that
don't
one
see-
update. I mean,
I don't see the what's it called. We could add those real quick.
how would we add that?
Quick pause and we add those. Just like add.
I don't even know how to do that, so I'm not gonna do that.
You don't know how to do it. Okay.
Alright, Gravedigger. Gravedigger's useful. He's a terraform. That's what he is. He's okay. His melee's alright. He's an okay fighter, but he's a terraform. Yeah.
Yeah, not much to say about him besides.
Same with. I think I'm gonna put Octopus here.
I don't think he's above Miss Mo5.
I think he's a big one for it.
With not it.
He's literally one more, and he has range.
Is it AO? What do you mean?
He has 2 range. Like he's a 2 range attack, like normal
Oh,
attack. So I think that's
yeah.
why he's better. And there's one more key, and he
Alright.
can actually hold.
I see.
Alright, erratic.
Situation.
Personally,
okay.
I'd put him at.
Outclassed.
I'd put erratic at situation amazing. I think there's times where erratic is just unstoppable if you.
Erratic. Yeah. I guess
If you
it's
spawn the wrong
unstoppable.
if you spawn the wrong guys, especially in those like cramped small maps where like they're kind of like no room, lots of room, no room, where you kind of have all your phobies all together. Erratic, I think he's just unstoppable. Really, he can heal so much sometimes. If you didn't play your cards right and they played out erratic and you didn't think about it, you just lose.
Yeah, or like his Jar Cannon's in a power position. This has been happening to me. Like if your Jar Cannon's next to a Terraform ability or another Phobie, Jar Cannon literally dies from the plus electric damage and 50% of his normal attack.
Yeah. Okay, what Akira? Ah, Akira.
Yeah, I'd say
Can we get like
changing abilities
we
like
get an
that
Akira?
is crazy. Alright.
I think he's the game-changing Phobie. I've seen too many Akira clips where I'm like, God, I really wish I had Akira.
We'll be there soon, Trent. Just a couple more $100 Phobie packs.
Wait, 300, 400 more dollar Phobie packs. Yeah, hopefully he can lend me the bills. Alright. I mean, the attack looks really cool, so I think that's a plus.
Yeah, you think the animation looking cool?
Dude,
is,
even the
game
normal attack is cool, bro. I wish it did more damage though, cause he literally summons like nuke on top of you, and it does like Stairmaster damage.
changer? Alright.
Mildred, I think Mildred is essentially amazing Phobie. You can't pull out Mildred whenever you feel like it, but if Mildred works, man.
Yeah.
What's the map called? The Megalo.
How do you know the names
This
of
one.
the maps?
It literally says
Yeah,
them every time you load.
I have Mildred pulled out on this map.
This
right
map,
now.
Mildred goes tough on this
and
map.
the map that I faced Freon on.
Freon.
Shout out to Freon.
Oh,
by
this
the
one
way.
right
My
here.
favorite Phobie.
This map
Actually,
on the
I'll-
top right, dude. Mildred, like you put Mildred where my mouse is right now. You eat whatever foamies they had right here. They're not killing it. All right. I think
I'd say Pterodactyl's useful.
He's
He's
a-
7 key. He's got the Resurrect. He's 2 move, 2 range. Everything you really want in a Phobie.
the Resurrect's cool.
Yeah, the Resurrect's great.
I feel like he's just one of those things where once you get to 7 key, I expect something a little more, you know? It's a little boring to spend 7 keys, especially when you're a guy like me with a boss. Like, yeah, I'm gonna spend 7 keys for pterodactyl.
He's reliable. You'll bring him out and you'll get use out of him, but he's obviously not
just a little bit higher. Like you add a
razor
mouth to it. This guy, you go boss. I'm like, all right, I'll take boss. Finnegan, I think he's situationally okay.
Yeah, better than Slammerhead, of course. He's there. He's push Phobie. Someone gets a bit too aggressive around the abyss. Say goodbye. You can do some sweet terraform plays like Rockman terraform into Finnegan into abyss.
This isn't a Phobie puzzle, bro.
It's a literally Phobie puzzle.
All right.
Do you not have a Phobie puzzle going inside of like every one of your games right now?
No. All right. Furkin Leprechaun. I don't think Furkin Leprechaun's gonna be soloing, but I think when he's removed my boss thing a few times. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, there are some use that he can get out of it against phobies like that.
I mean, that's all it is, really. All right, Glob. I think he's situationally okay. I mean, he's a tank monster, right?
Yeah.
He's a damage monster. He's like Cerberus, but instead of attacking and healing, he just eats you, right?
What is the thing Karth said? About it was like
Hydra, more like wanna be a glob.
Was that what he said? Hydra, more like wanna be a globa.
These cold line. Least cold.
Most cold Karth line,
bro. Hydra.
No, that's crazy. Okay. Hydra, more.
How did bro feel after driving that?
Okay. Sheeping gas. Let's go. Sheeping gas.
No, hard to get value, I'd say.
Yeah. Sheeping gas, 4 keys.
I once had an MF, like, was losing, right? And he pulls out Chuck late. And I pull out sheeping gas. He pushes his Chuck into my sheeping gas, bro. And I'm like, alright. I don't even know. And his Chuck died. Like, I mean, it's really not that Chuck's not that PV, but you're never really gonna get. I guess the best thing I think for sheeping gas is to counter erratic. They pull out erratic and you get sheeping gas out. I mean, it works.
Then again, you can almost all of the time, sheeping gas is just gonna be a suicide bomb phobie. And then you can pull out someone like Noxious for what, 1 more key, and like you're almost always getting out.
Yeah, and also Muffin Top when this thing.
Yeah.
Like the Muffin Top or just any of the heal phobies.
Muffin Top exists.
Like that any of the heal phobies exist, just kind of makes sheeping gas just kind of loser, cause like they might not even get a tick of his poison in, and he just did 500 damage for the sacrifice of 4 keys. Pasquetti
can be big. Pasquetti can be big.
I mean, he's another infinite poison phobia. I feel like he's there with Foul. I'd say his poison's way less than Foul though.
Is he 1 key less?
And the thing is, he can do it out of the gate. I know Foul has a lock.
Pasquetti doesn't have a lock on it?
I don't think he does. I think you can just walk outside. Yeah, you can just walk outside and use Pasquetti.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
So that's probably his biggest advantage, I'd say.
And him being a bit dimensional is kind of
that's
like
just
a
threatening.
downside because he's usually
no, he's one of those. He does have the nice thing where he has good poison, right? But then he also has really good melee, kind of like Foul. But he's also dimensional too, so you kill him. Like that hurts. That's 520. That's a lot.
That does hurt, but also the thing that makes Foul better is that he's actually undead.
So like you could get, say you get Pasquetti.
He plays 2 roles. He plays a tank, a melee tank phobie, who's undead and can just suck up some damage, and he's got that
huge big
disease that can destroy anyone.
Pasquetti's like you get it on like a good dimensional like Rockman or something, right? And then maybe take some hurt someone else on your way out as they kill you. He's beefy enough, right? I don't think if you like solo push them out, it's not often where every single one of your phobies is protected by like 5 other phobies. You could probably get it off and run away. And for any of the big poison phobies like this, getting 2 big poisons like that is just massive. Even if it doesn't hurt, because honestly, it's really like it's double that of like
cooldown every other turn, being able to spit out that the disease. It's so good.
And even if it's not that big though, so it's not like you're gonna be murdering a guy. Unless they're dimensional, they're not just gonna like outright die quickly because of it. Like Fowls does. Like Fowl eats up a dimensional.
Yeah.
But he's good. He's good. Fetch. I think Fetch is situationally okay.
I'd say he's outclassed.
Yeah,
Four
I'd say outclassed.
keys.
He's 5 keys, man.
5 keys?
Honestly,
5 key push Phobie.
I think I dare say
Undead.
difficult to get value.
Yeah, because he's squishy too.
I think outclass. He
squishy.
does huge damage though. We can't get that out of the way. He does a lot of damage.
His push is gonna get super. Because he's almost like a counter to other melee phobies. He walks up, he gets a hit, and then he also pushes away, so then that melee phobia has to come to him, and then only get 1 more hit, then Fetch gets 2.
Yeah, I think Fetch could be due for a 3 move.
Fetch could be due for 3 move?
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Maybe.
Alright, Karen is just outclassed. Honey Bear is just better.
Yeah, I don't see why you'd even have him in a game. Like, what's he, a 1 move?
He's 2 moves.
He's 2 move.
Yeah.
He's 2 move? I don't know. Just not good enough. How many
Jeeves.
times?
Jeeves is always good. I mean, I really can't see a situation where like, oh no, Jeeves, he sucks. I shouldn't have pulled out Jeeves now. Wait, if you get a freeze off, well, bye that guy, you know. Wait, let me look. Let me look at the what's it called? The cooldown. Dude, he can pump it out every other turn.
Every other turn, that's pretty good.
I mean, it's kind of the standard for trap phobies, but like, that's just big. Alright, Canine. I think Canine's difficult. Is he outclassed? Difficult to get value, you'd say.
I'd say he's outclassed.
He's not bad, but it's just like, okay. He's like,
just like 2 keys.
He's literally just
kind of like above average.
He's just souped up 1 cost, really.
Yeah, that's all he is.
I mean, I guess you need to take a hit or 2.
Nothing much to say about him.
It's not often where it's like, oh, they have a Jin Sting covering this point. I'm gonna pull out K9000 and run away. Okay, that's kind of lame. Wow, nice. Alright, Moldy Bully. Again, I'd say outclassed.
Outclassed, yeah. Just not that great. His damage is good, I guess. He's not that beefy.
Just melee. I think he's just like melee phobia syndrome. Doesn't really bring anything.
Yeah, melee phobia syndrome. Too much, right? He's 5 key.
Yeah. No, he's 4 keys. 4 key.
4 key? Here, we should check. We should confirm.
I know he's 4 key, but I'll look. He's not Is it Woolly Bully? No, it's Moldy Bully.
Molly. Molly Bully's
4
yeah,
key.
he is 4 key. I guess you're right.
I mean, 550 hurts.
550 is a lot for starting.
I mean, he's one of those phobies where like, if it's like a wall in the way, you can probably jump onto a phobie that's kind of like unattended, doesn't have that much support, and just make them run because they can't sit there.
Yeah.
But he's not the best. Okay, Socket Assassin, I think he's like situationally amazing. You know, if you...
I'd say he's always good. 1 key.
Yeah, I think always good, really.
Always good. 1 key with a
No, he is a squish monster. Like, he dies to jar cannon.
He's a squish monster. He's a 1 cost. But that freaking
literally better than creep poison.
Better than creep poison. It's so crazy.
Alright. I think situation for Laser Man.
It's hard to set up the blast, but if you can get a good one, oh my lord.
He's one of those mechanical phobies where like they compensate for the fact he's mechanical. He just is fat as shit, dude.
Yeah, he is big. And other than that too, he's beefy. He's got the 1 move to attack. So.
Laser Beam's always cool too. Alright,
yeah,
Castaway. Castaway, I'd say
always good. 2 key for basically mini Stairmaster on the field.
Yeah, really. I think Heartbreakers and are just like big situation amazing, you know.
Yeah.
Like he's 8 keys, like, and he's a little squish monster, right?
But he can then again just.
But again, if you can make 1 mistake, well, there goes Jin Sting. Like bye Jin Sting. All right, there's 4 keys. Good game. And I mean that's it really. He kidnaps your phobies. He's literally the Heartbreaker.
Phobie kidnapper.
Quagmire. Quagmire's the alligator outclasser. I think he's useful.
Yeah, you can get him on a point, then he just runs away.
Yeah,
Regen,
that's something I
get him
don't
on the point again.
That's a lot of things I don't expect. Like I don't really think about using it. It seems kind of boring, but some guy will just do it to me. I'm like, well, I can't kill this thing.
I just kind of think about him as like forever one key.
Yeah, really. You get him out and mid's yours now. Alright. Flesh Crawler, outclassed.
Outclassed. He's just got better things to do. You know, like, you got Motherload, who's him, but 2 move, 2 range. Just,
And I think the redeeming factor, like, he goes in, right? And he can heal with his big move, but, like, I would usually go in and use big move.
How many times are you going to be getting hit with Flesh Crawler before you use
Maybe I'm using it wrong. Maybe like do a soft push into a guy and then big move. I don't know. I just 7 key. I still think he's 7 key suicide bomber. Really.
Yeah.
I might be just using him wrong, but he just seems like 7 key suicide bomber. Noxious is a always good Phobie.
Always good. He's non-suicide bomber, sheeping gas.
If he's not always good, he's really high situation amazing because they're not always gonna be grouped up, but.
But still, even just a poison on one.
Just getting two poison. 2 people poison is just big because I can't. You can't muffin top them all. Evo. I'd say he's like the bottom of game changing, you know.
Yeah, bottom of game changing. He's right on the verge.
That's it.
Because like, he just breaks up a defense. You can move in there, hit him once, and then like.
Well, good luck sitting there.
Yeah, exactly. The Molotov cocktail, like fire, crazy.
He's mechanical too. Lob's really nice.
Yeah, he is a beast.
But he's just a 9 key, so like he is.
9 key is a lot.
Like he is the offense when you pull him out. But, alright, time bomb. I think time's difficult to get value.
Yeah, I'd say he's just like another one.
What was your idea for him again that you thought would be good?
Oh, like, he moves, right? And he's like literally got a timer on him. So you could move him in, and then he explodes. Maybe you could use his ability to start the countdown. So like, use the ability, okay, next turn, he'll explode. So you move, get ready, they start situating. And then you're moving at the end of your turn, he'll explode. You can like prime the explosive and then he'll explode so you can.
Think you should be immortal when you do that?
No.
No. Okay, think of this. Another amazing Photoshop, or not Photoshop. Tip 2 drawing. Can you see it? Good map, right? Little tiles. I don't know if that's how they're supposed to look like. So you like move him somewhere, right? You activate ability, and now he's like ticking, right? And he's immortal because he's exploding. And the opponent, when they end their turn, he goes, right?
But you can't. I think that would be pretty interesting.
Because like honestly, it could be like a big risky defense for like that you know they're coming for a big attack. Well, guess what? If you push in just big time bomb,
they have to move back or have to commit to an attack. But you're not gonna be able to run past him, right?
Yeah, you won't. He can't just run past him or just kill him. I think his biggest weakness is the whole just dying. Like getting one tap by Jarkan, like okay, man. Does he?
Among Us character at the bottom.
Where? Yeah, it is an Among Us character, isn't it? Yeah. I wonder. Does he? One tap by Jarkan. Jarkan does 220 base.
A little bit over. I think he's a little bit over. Oh no.
No, he gets one tap by Jarkan base.
That's crazy.
Mrs. Tramples? Oh no, Rambolina. I think it's situation okay. I don't think anything like huge is gonna happen from it. Like Hevo, it's the same cost as Hevo. I think it's outclassed really because Hevo 2.0 exists. They're the exact same key cost.
Yeah. And
both have AoE push, but one can hit AoE push from the middle of a group of Phobies too. Alright. Matic Ginseng.
Matic Ginseng can be so big. Actually, he can get so strong.
He's always good.
Yeah.
The AoE is just big. Like in regular Ginseng, it's like a tickle amount of extra damage, and it hurts. Like it's a hurt attack. But I mean, he's just he's a Ginsting variant. He's not like anything special. Mangoes. I think I can put him near Stabby. Like I guess Stabby seems better. I think Mangoes is close.
I don't think Mangles could be on the same tier as Stabby. I think Mangles is situationally amazing. Like he's got that hold in him.
I think higher.
He's got that health in him, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's also mechanic. Big weakness for him.
Not the dimensional.
Yeah.
Dimensional and the hurting thing just helps Stabby so much.
Yeah, the 30% like deflect.
Yeah. Alright, we're nearly at the end here. Unbearable.
Unbearable can be super good if he's in position.
I think so. Situation okay.
Yeah, I think
he's better than Hebo in position.
He's better than Hebo in position, and he's lower key. Just the one move.
I'll put him in useful really. It's not that he's cheap enough. It's not that hard to get him out there if you need to.
Yeah.
Bully. You don't always need a debuff.
Okay. The debuff isn't that big. It's only like 300 something.
But it's a low cooldown. I think it's like 2 turn, but you can just get it off occasionally. Big guy weak, especially for like the mid 2 range like Ginsting. Okay, now your Ginsting's useless. All right. I think Attractor's like
Attractor's giant. Attractor, get in there.
I get scared. I get scared when I see Attractor. I'm like, okay, the Attractor, good game, I guess. I would sacrifice my boss for Attractor.
One thing that I figured out, like, you know how we're talking about Raucous. Raucous isn't on this list, but if you can find like a choke point that Attractor's holding, you can use Raucous as like a quirk. Like you've literally got him plugged in there so then none of your phobies can get sucked in. So then you release the quirk and everybody just floods the Attractor. So Attractor can't do anything about it anymore.
That kind of makes sense, yeah.
Dude, I had my game earlier and I seen it and I was like, dude, Raucous is literally just like Quark. He's literally Quark Phobie. He can't be moved.
Quark Phobie. It's crazy.
Quark Phobie.
Kerbloom. I think we're going from situationally. I think situationally is okay. He does enough damage. He does like dude, he does like 1,000 damage,
He's
dude.
too key.
You want like Kerbloom? Dude, he hurts. Like 800 damage is no slouch, man. You push into a 2 key, does 800 damage you and pushes you away. Like ow.
You're never gonna be able to get him to do that though. Very little times.
Dude, I think the time bombs might be slept on. Like, cause think about it. If this guy's really good, this guy can be here.
I'd say he'd at least be outclassed.
I mean, yeah, I guess all time bombs are outclassed by big time bomb.
Blue Alien, my boy.
Blue Alien's always good.
Always good. You can just go in, skirmish with the enemy phobies, and then return to.
He's like literally like Alaster, better Alaster. Like it makes your phobies into Alaster because they can go into attack and then heal.
And not only does he got that
Sucky farm.
Healing.
Sucky farm.
Sucky farm. Don't even mention the
Sucky
farm.
battle farm.
Dude, but he's a good Phobie. He's tank. And he's got really.
Oh my god, the 5 HP Boolean clutch.
Yes, the 5 HP Boolean clutch, dude. You didn't have your Phobie calculator on you that day, so.
Oh, alright. Boomer.
Useful. Just useful Phobie.
He's the top. I think always good actually. He's a tank. He is a 1 key that can secure the 2 mid caps consistently.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. Good place for him. Gray Alien. I'd say it's difficult to get value with him, to be honest, not gonna lie.
I feel like Gray Alien could be. I think we don't have our brains expand enough. I think late game. I think late big map, late game big map, where they don't have the super big offense you do with Phobie D-Day, and you can pick off one of their smaller guys, and maybe find a healing pad somewhere, and just a small trade at the end of the game and maybe give you a little bit of a lead. Because I've seen it before on like the bigger big maps where I don't have all my guys next to each other, where Gray Alien could come in and he could probably take a guy, and I wouldn't be able to do anything about it.
Yeah.
Like, what's the one? You know the one like Moai map where it's just like a bunch of panic points surrounded by Moai. It's like it's a big lob map.
Mhm.
There's one at the top. Like you could have Graylian come in and just take the guy that's like defending top. Like what? Like nothing's gonna happen. No, you don't have enough like support up there. Or a choke point map where you literally physically cannot force enough DPS into that choke point to get Graylian away. And since he has like the jump over rock thing, he's getting away.
I don't know. There's so little situations where he's actually going to get away. I think he's
He's still difficult to get value, but I think he's like better difficult to get value.
situationally okay. I think would be a good rank for him.
Maybe. Like very situationally, but when he works, I'd say.
Yeah.
Innocuous?
Oh, you took Daisy.
Oopsies. Is he always good?
Yeah.
I think he's always
I'd
good.
say that's fair. He's got good damage, 3 range, you know, mechanical, so he's gonna get like taken out by Ray Chargles, but
No, he doesn't got one tap right Chargos.
he doesn't.
No.
Well, maybe on our level, and we got like level 8s versus level like 14, 15.
Man, stop. Alright, Repeller, I think he's situation amazing. I mean, once in a while, the AoE push is pretty big. I mean,
Yeah,
that's how you beat Freon.
That's
how you beat Freon.
That is how I beat Freon. You can go in, you attack, and then you just push them away. So then they can't get their double hits off on
But
your
since it's a
abilities.
3 move too, you can literally just have it be the final thing that happens in your attack. Alright, Squiggles is situation okay. He does his job, and I'd say he does it well.
You need a little heart rush, 2 keys, like what, 700 damage per
It's
hit?
like 800. It hurts.
Like 800.
I mean, he does his job. He runs in, he's melee, and he does damage to heart, and doesn't kill your keys for it.
Yeah, and he's got like 11,000 health. It's not that bad.
If they basically, it's like a bit risky. Like if they kill him the turn he gets to the heart, usually you'll get their attack. If they kill him that turn, it's kind of a waste. But if they end their turn without killing him and he's on heart, that's definitely worth it. That's like 2,000 something damage.
That's a lot. That's like a lot, couple rounds.
Tickles, he's a 1
useful.
key.
You know, 1 key useful.
Blinky, I think is
Stapling
slept on. Blinky slept on. Blinky's situation okay, but he's slept
you can just put him in a person. You can just put him in like someone who can't kill him's face. Literally just hit him. Go capture yourself a point. Little flying meatball, beefcake.
I think he's like one of the only, because you can put him on like a wall where they don't expect a 1 key cost to appear, or no, like a 1 move to just appear. No, 1 move, 1 range.
Melee.
Yeah, melee. Werewolf, Caleb.
Is that werewolf?
Werewolf, yeah. Lucky ass Caleb got werewolf.
Yeah.
Regular ass pack, didn't spend my life savings.
Weirdo,
I
bro.
think it's always good.
Yeah. You got
Just turns into boss man.
Yeah, you can start chilling out, just having points with him, then he just turns into crazy Phobie.
Yeah, literally. Okay, is this werewolf? Is this werewolf right here? Maybe. It's literally just werewolf, right?
Look up.
I'm really looking up.
Because I guess it is 2 different Phobies.
I think it's just werewolf, to be honest. I really don't.
Because that's what I said. Is 2 different stages of werewolf?
The same phobia, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Puff. I've not seen Puff once in my life, but
Let's do some research. Let's check.
I know what he does. He shoots the fire beam, but alright. So I know he's got 2 range. Okay damage. He's not expensive either. 6 cost isn't huge. I mean, it's alright.
Wait, how far does the beam go?
It's a beam.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
And it leaves everything on fire?
Yeah.
For 6 cost, 2 move, 2 range?
Yeah.
Way more maneuverable than, what's his face?
Robot.
Blastomatic. His name is Blastomatic.
Yeah.
So, I'd say that's a good deal. 6 keys for all that. Flying, too, so you can get some more angles than you would with Blastomatic.
That's useful.
I'd say he's right out there, yeah.
Alright. Zamboni. I think
I
he's.
do not know what Zamboni does. I'm gonna be so
So
rude.
imagine you took a Leshy, right, and made him not like baby. I haven't seen him like ever, but I feel like if I had him, I'd use him. Like he seems kind of like a slap down for like a skirmish phobies, really just all low costs that are fighting. So he's a hold phobie. He's got like stabby damage and range, right?
Okay.
Not very tanky though. But he has an AoE that heals everyone within an AoE of 400 health.
When he hits himself, right?
Yeah, and it hurts himself. Like I mean, like I think that's
but
pretty.
he also does it say he also heals?
Yeah, he hurts himself, right? And does AoE 400 heal.
Oh, wait, never mind.
But I mean, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. How many keys?
6.
Oh, 6. How often can he do his little ability?
What every other turn?
400 heal though.
Yeah, but like think of a noxious attack. That's
Yeah,
the
I
perfect
guess.
counter noxious attack. This guy could shut down your Russell too, probably.
Mhm.
Alright,
I'd,
maybe.
I'd say like situationally okay is a good spot for him.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
probably.
already in there.
Alright, Sasquatch. He's so expensive, man. Is he like 6 or 7 keys?
Let's check.
Oh, he's only 5.
5 key.
I mean, like
He's got the invisibility.
for a 1300 hit for 5 keys, but also could just die. It might be situation amazing. You could probably just like assassinate. You could assassinate Heartbreaker with that.
That's crazy.
So just honestly, just for that, I'm playing situation amazing. I'm just killing their Heartbreaker. That'd be pretty funny. And invisible phobies are just cool in general. Creepy Devil, I think, would be a bit better than him though, because he's cheaper. He still does big damage. All right, Jammy Fish.
Yeah, let's check out Jammy Fish. Little Phobie.
Alright, Jammy Fish. So the ability first is it gives you the extra key, right? I think you can do it every single turn.
At that. How does that even work?
So like you just, you know how at the end of the turn
So
you get 3 keys
you just take 1 key.
from bank. I think you can do it every turn too. I mean, if you pull them out earlier, that's a good advantage.
At the end, you'll have 1 less key.
So like, you'll pull it out. You won't conjure a new key the opponent doesn't have. You'll just take one from bank.
Of course.
All right. But the thing
So it's just kind of speeding up your.
Yeah. So maybe you can hopefully get a big phobia before they can and take control of map. Now, the thing I like is that he's a 2 move, 2 range that does okay damage. Like he's a squish monster, like Germ basically.
Oh, that's actually not that bad.
But
though.
early on, you could.
3 cost. Wow, that's actually not.
So
too bad.
you're already you could use him to get the key advantage, but he's also like okay, in the fact that you're not pulling out just for. He's not like Gravedigger where you pull him out just for his
ability.
Yeah, he's kind of like he can do something besides that. Maybe cap a point. Who knows?
Hey, 128 IQ Phobie, do you think you could solve the 155 IQ test?
Where is
Down
this?
below, right? Down below, right? You
Okay.
only have 2 moves.
Can I do? Who knows?
Alright.
Alright. Bad Omen. I think Bad Omen.
Wait, we didn't rank Squishy.
Oh yeah, we did.
Whatever.
I think he's useful. It seems.
Yeah, useful. I'd say that's quite a useful Phobie.
Honestly, I think it might be always good. Like I think I'd pull him out every single game if I had him.
Yeah, it kind of speeds up your keys. He's not even that bad of a defensive Phobie either.
Because think about it, first turn, you could pull him out, use the ability, then pull out at 1 cost. On a small map, because there's no lock on it. Didn't say.
Yeah.
All right, Bad Omen.
I don't think Bad Omen's that good. How much is he? 2?
2 keys, yeah. I mean, it's a decent attack debuff. It's probably the same as like Moly Bully, and it's AOE too. And I found out it's not like AOE from him. It's AOE from who he attacks.
Huh.
So he could walk into a group of phobies, attack one of them, and then everyone behind them still gets the AOE too.
Oh, well, that's not too bad. I'd say that's actually pretty useful.
Wait. If I remember correctly, he can hold his own and comment. I mean, like, that's okay. It's not bad.
Attack, yeah.
And that's an okay
Yeah,
debuff.
targeted AoE.
Yeah, I'd say that's decent.
That's rather useful.
Where's whatever. No, where is he actually though?
We lost a bad omen.
A bad omen. My search.
Oh, he's top right of situational only.
Oh, I see him.
Okay.
That's useful. Edgar Allan,
Oh my lord.
If Russell's, like, I don't. Maybe if you're under leveled, that extra damage will help. But I feel like there's no time where it's like, all right, that. Overall, if you get like the largest scale attack you could, right? Like 6 or 7 phobies double attacking, he's gonna give you 200 extra. He's gonna give you like 200 extra damage each. Or he can give you 1,400 extra damage overall. Like boss can do that himself. Boss can only do that himself.
Yeah, plus it gives it to every phobie, not just your own guys, right?
Yeah. No, it doesn't get to everyone. It gives to your. It only gives the.
Check. I swear it gives it to everyone.
How would it do that?
I don't know. That's what I was looking at. I was like, what the hell?
It's a buff. Buff doesn't apply to the opponent. All friendly units.
Oh, I guess I was wrong.
But I feel like, okay, so like what's the max? Like 8 phobies on big map? That's 7 other people that can attack. And 100 times 7 times 2, that's 1,400. Boss can do that himself.
Yeah.
And it can be threatening instead of, oh no.
Outclassed.
Yeah, probably even difficult to get value with. I don't see how that 100's gonna do anything. Those are like a really high stress level phobia. That's kind of lame.
Spadola brothers. I'd say they're both useful.
They're situationally still okay. They're not.
Yeah, I'd say that's actually better ranking for them. Cause you can get them out. You got that 3 range on them. The 3 move is pretty good. Not 3 range. 3 move is pretty big with the melee phobies. They're pretty tanky. They're both mechanical, so you can kind of get screwed on that.
Remember, I beat like the stress level 1 million guy because he just walked into my guys.
Do have some crazy damage.
All right. This is a very good trapper phobie, probably the best trapper phobie.
Why'd you zoom out, Phobie?
What is it? So we can see OLS.
Is there a little like black thing to the top right of your white? Is that on my?
Where?
No, it's moving with the monitor. What the hell? It's like moving. I think it's like a speckle on my white monitor. I'm looking at it. Your mouse is right there. Do you see it? A little up and to the right.
Right here?
Yeah.
An ad.
What the hell is that? Oh, it's an ad. What?
My ad blocker killed it.
Oh, that's nice.
Alright.
Can you zoom in? You're like actually far out, Phobie.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Alright.
So what did we just write? I really forgot.
Poison Ivy. I said he was always good.
Poison Ivy, always good. Yep. You got that 2 move.
But the only counter, like at one point maybe. Does he? I need to see if because he always be killing my Razor Mouth. I wonder if he's supposed to. Oh, he's supposed to be. No, he is. Razor Mouth is 600 HP.
Does the poison apply before you cap?
If you cap it, what happens is trap damage, poison damage, cap. So you can get.
Wow.
He will die. I've had your Razor Mouth will full die before he caps. Poison Ivy.
Wow.
It's a lasting poison. He scares boss, bro. Daisy.
I'd say Daisy's situationally okay. It's like good damage.
Annoying.
Yeah, definitely annoying with the resurrect. You know, 1,000 health pool, not very much. 4 keys too. So you gotta play careful with Daisy because it's literally like glass cannon that can put itself back together.
Yeah. I mean that's Phobie list.
Yeah, that's fabulous. Maybe zoom in one more so you can get one final look at it. Alright, well, that's the Phobie
Just look
list.
at it. I'm thinking it looks pretty good. Like, I can't see anything. I think it's just like, wow, that's crazy.
Check if...
Like, any phobies that are glaring, like, shouldn't be above another phobie or shouldn't be below another phobie.
Okay, we'll go back to it. I personally think the laster should be a bit lower, but that's just me. I'll just leave it at that.
All right. That's Phobie list. Let's get the good old snipping tool. That's our list.
All right. Well, thanks for watching this Phobie analysis.
Yeah. Hope you
Probably been a good
agree.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Tell
Something
us
like.
what you think.
All right. Thanks for watching.